Bwana Instigator, welcome back. We missed you. We missed you, man. How was vacation?
Usasege Instigator.
You're back. Yes. How you doing? I'm doing good. Nabanga proposed to show you know my comment on YouTube after the chat that I had with people last week. I gang up.
And I go
In my anchor because I was inspired by somebody. I was there in the comment section. Yeah, man. But it's another episode, another exciting episode actually, with the one and only Brandon Jones here at Podcastmalawi, and of course Uncle Bensam. So God has been very faithful. It's not a punchline, bro. Come on.
Another one.
It is what it is. God has been very faithful because we are growing every day as a brand and also as people that know how to, make noise. In the building today is a person that I consider to be the next or the modern, not that the other one is, I don't know, but the modern Ben Mankamba. Whenever I hear the word or the name Faith Mussa, I always think good as a castle and for Mutanagi because why are you pushing that agenda? But I'm equally excited to have a chat with him because he's made strides in the music industry and also he has more of a path of his own.
Yes.
It's a pleasure and an honor to have this, music guru.
Yes,
in the studio today.
It's a huge privilege because he has been in USA for a while doing his thing there. So the moment we learned that he's in Malawi, like, okay, we would like to take this opportunity to have a chat with him before he disappears again.
Yeah, because this guy, I say, talk of dedication. This guy read an article in the news that a woman, people stole her maize. He had to fly all the way from the US to here just to help this person.
To sort it out.
Bro.
Issue manga.
It's as though he's not. Welcome to the show, Faith.
Very much.
How have you been?
I've been all right.
How is the US? How is Malawi now that you're back?
I just feel a little set up. I'm serious. I feel a little set up.
Oh.
Like you saw me on my phone. Yeah. Maybe you should tell me, what's this Chimanga issue about? Because I don't know about it.
For real?
No, I feel set up because I feel like this whole thing was to unveil that.
No.
No?
No, it doesn't know.
Well, let's find out first before.
Honestly, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Because I saw today.
I don't know.
For real?
No.
Because there's an article that I saw. Perfect.
Yeah, let's not discuss it here because I don't want to say stuff I don't know about.
Okay, that's fine. That's equally fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. But welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot.
Welcome to Podcastmalawi.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot that's happening in Malawi, and also more especially in the music industry.
Okay.
As an artist, we've missed you, your projects, and also your presence.
Okay. Yes.
Panova bola zateka. I saw that chat with KB.
Yes.
Mnadesa vejiwezi.
Yes.
Yeah. So we ntaiza mbili mabodi antu ngad artist.
Yeah.
Amaza color silent. Kwa timaza bezodi timaza aona bepa social media baja. And we are happy to say, okay, to update here and there.
Yeah.
Muna sama tauza tinya disa ura. Muna make new projects coming up.
Yeah.
Ka kubanga training, and then we feel this guy is still around, man.
Yeah.
What's been life like lately?
So, man, I left the country for studies.
Yeah.
And I was going into a very well-organized music industry, and I was so excited about it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about losing my page.
Yeah.
At the time I was losing the Facebook page, I had taken a break. I had taken a short break from music.
Just short break.
Yeah. I was like, you know what, let me do something else.
Yeah.
So I think we had a discussion about this, and we were talking about working with some younger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes. So I took a break and I deactivated the account. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do this for like 6 months. And then I released a song with Masto, Gugu, some love song, and we were like, we need to boost the song. Let me just activate the page. Now, at that time, I had just arrived in the US a month.
Yeah.
The school, we were asked to be listening to these podcasts.
Yeah.
Lots of podcasts about some leadership stuff. And one of the people I was following, I did not realize that her email got hacked. Yeah. And someone continued the conversation, that we had, that we were going to go on this podcast. That's how I lost the page. And you could see that from that time, I had taken a break and I was just like, now I lose the page. Like there was so much
going on.
Yeah. But I was already going into that phase where I wanted to
slow down.
Yeah. So it just came in at that time, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that you were already in the US and someone comes to you, because ngati mahaga zambiri amabwera ndiyo tukupasa $3,000 to post.
That would not have been. Now this is the thing. I think if you watch that other video, I said it somewhere. They really figured out how to
play you. Yeah.
Because for a long time, I didn't do no go out. Nike, or whatever.
Yeah, you push up.
People have clicked those.
Yeah.
But man, even while I was here, we are above this. But because they read through the emails and they had done a good background check on me, the farm, the music, Zato, like really
everything.
They dug deep.
They did their homework.
Yeah, they did their good homework. And man, when they were talking about me, I was legitimately talking to the people I had talked to the previous.
Yeah.
And he just continued to say, okay, so we're gonna get into this podcast. Here's the link for a Zoom. A Zoom link. I say,
Gone.
I say, now since I immediately. One day. Because we were supposed to have the meeting the following day. So on the day of the meeting, I'm in. And I say, where you been? Ufuna uone page mwako eti ucheke my message. Uzangu dabwe kukuza oti follow. I follow.
How? I should follow my own page.
Kati follow. That's when I realized something is wrong.
Something is fishy.
Yeah. You're like my social media manager. I say,
I've done a mistake.
He's like, something is wrong. But we couldn't think we could be hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I never thought I would be. I think I thought I had taken all the
precautions.
I say, got all by internet.
You're vulnerable.
Of these platforms, even WhatsApp.
You're vulnerable.
Yeah.
How did you now nail it to that?
Oh no, mamweni. Amweni magaya wa wait. Amamveka ngati Indianish. Kumaeneo amweni makhulupana na mankhwala. Iona ambapo wafira kuti ndikuberedwa.
Kosa wanga kati kosa.
Wafira. Kadwina tanda kupisa hapo tumba. Yofuze ndiko bakumbukira po I think ndiva kuti basi. Umakati kinanga ke umazongo feel strange energy, Yeah, kumazo zeringo. Abantu kunamizida. Ndipo sisa. You can feel it koma kumonadi. Koma ndipo sisa kuno. Like you don't feel. It looks legit.
Yeah, true.
I say, I'm going to be honest, guys. The whole thing, they crafted it well. But I felt something. Good.
Something's off.
Why? I mean, something is off. You have too many tabs opened on your computer. I was like, how do you know? I say,
how?
When I clicked that thing, so the guy was able to
access your PC.
Yeah. I had to wipe everything from my computer. Like, I suspected that I mean, you don't want to be hacked.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, it was my business account. So obviously, sukuti ni majeza go to that person. But now ganiza kuti uzozoti inbox yako ni majama wina waki.
You can literally do anything with it.
And the way even kutu upange ask mutu attend, they have to get your credentials. Like you're just exposed.
Yeah, true.
You know?
You
You don't want that. Ine amwene ni
because
manajira.
Antokutandiza also they have
Agunfunika
to surrender to them.
sekulani. Unani chiri chose.
Email yake mimi mashandi.
Nditandiza.
And of course, I don't think I lost money, but I mean, it was just bad because if you looked at the page, even throughout the time it was hacked, my email was still there, my phone number was still there. Ndimanda my email amwene ma text. I had to phone 17 times yami Somali.
Mambo gusto Somali.
Amen. Minute my tenga page na my violations muna 500 jagud. Of nyimbo zangu tumeana hii kama baja panda permission. Yeah, but well, women I can say that kukabu ndio ndio antamweni ndikufuniga. No? My manager, my former manager Sam, someone I've worked with so long, we got to a point where we're like, I'm going to Glenchido, let's put down our tools. When all this happened, the only way I could get the page back was that I had to put it on another admin's. No, I could only rely on him or my social media manager. If I did not work well with these guys, they were really gonna
It was
shove
gone,
me
yeah?
down the track. Yeah, because at that time my personal page had also been disabled because of violations. So violations that I was not even committed. But sinanga antu haja kudanda.
Ngavanga zao.
So yeah.
Ash.
So
That was crazy.
that has been a crazy time. But
Then how was the feeling like to lose a page that you have built for so long? And by that time, how many followers did you have?
I had 100 something. Yeah.
Nditangogani a bit up to 100 something followers.
Yeah, I think.
And then boom.
Maybe 200.
Maybe
100
200?
something. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Ndebasa will hustle the page.
Yeah. Well, it was painful, because I'll be honest with you as well. I don't think I have really monetized my brand that much. Most of the followers I had on the page were really
Just
church, really, really personal.
all cross people.
It was really a close. Those 190 something were people I knew. These were not. I never boosted.
Your page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That time. It
Just
got
for fun
boosted by
basically.
these hackers boosted it because they were selling stuff. It grew the page to like 1.3 million. No. Yeah.
So you have a page that is 1.3 million, right?
Yeah.
Which is a blessing.
It's a blessing, but I don't know how that is a blessing, honestly, because I closed it from all the countries that the hackers were operating from. Those followers are not very much useful for me as a brand.
Yeah, true.
But, I mean, it's my page. It had my name on it. It had my credentials on it. There's a reason why the hackers did not put their names after getting the page. Because they have to benefit from the controversy, Nobody's going to be like, oh, why are they posting this? If that's what they post all the time.
Yeah.
They have to...
Yeah.
Come again?
They never changed it.
They never changed it. They never changed my picture.
It was the same.
Everything was there. So whoever was tracking the page, it was because they were like, oh gosh, this gospel singer is now posting this, So, man, the pain you go through and the excitement people say, oh, the page has got it's
crazy.
foolishly nothing, man. Yeah.
And then
I wanted to ask something because as part of the recovery, I saw a message you wrote on LinkedIn.
Yeah. That was my last push.
I was like, hey,
That was my last push. I tagged every meta of
the CEO of
everyone I know. And I got their emails, man.
You got their emails?
Tagged and found their emails, tagged them there, and everybody. I tagged everyone. Yeah. I just wanted to say that, it's quite unfair. I got to a point where I said, if there's all this conflict, how many of my friends tagged the page? People went there that this page is violating this page is hacked. Hundreds of people went there.
Yeah.
How come they just ignore that?
They're
You have to
working with-
look into the issue at least.
Yeah.
But at that time, I'm also trying to prove that, the issue was not me trying to say, give me back the page or whatever. You know where the issue was? Asikuza kuti iweyo, you should prove kuti iweyo Bensam iweyo.
Pamenepo.
Utamthamina kubanga posto.
Siwo.
Sola kuiga.
Iwo amakusati man, zikuoneka ngati
Dzina ndilano, chithunzi ndi chanu. Then you're coming here but it's way.
More good. But I should also say here that there's a lot of information we don't know, especially in my creatives. I think we have to take this issue seriously. Most of us have my page, sit up and verify.
Yeah.
Though I lost the badge, but because now they have started putting people on a waiting list or something. But we don't realize how detrimental it can be to lose any of your. Because I say, of course, sinani mumudi ori ndizilemba nyimbo, but if I was, I think it's not going to so honest.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now these social media pages are cards are looming.
Yeah. And my music has been pretty much, not all of it is gospel, but more gospel centric. And most of the followers that were like, church people, some of them don't even understand what they were saying. They're like, why is he posting this? Some people don't have the courage to ask you.
So, but that LinkedIn post, did he help? Did they reach out?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't think I can certainly tell that anybody from there reached out to me. But it really got the attention of so many people who then reached out to me to say, what can we do? What can we do? I'll tell them, okay, do Jagwood, do Jagwood. But not like from there, and I must also say, soon after I posted the LinkedIn, the way you should also be careful. Don't just seek help from anywhere. Because once I posted, they're not panga delete. But they panga bama post angapo, we know follow this link. So I had that time learned a lesson, man. I had these all softwares that would check legitimacy of to my LinkedIn. So I would always copy, post it there, find out, listen to the review. I said, hey, this looks fishy. If it was Facebook, and I'm gonna tell you, Chat GPT, game changer.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. I spent my time there. How to craft the emails, how to find where to find their emails, LinkedIn handles, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. That's where I was. I asked it. I just paid for the
The premium one.
Even help send their Facebook. Gugu. It's a different story. Hey, I didn't be the phone. Yeah. So I think you should, like, if you're an artist, you make money from your craft. Spend money to protect it. Yeah. Hey, I mean, yeah. Serious. I would rather just not have the page than have it do what it was doing. Yeah, because I've been to interviews, a good interview, and I'm thinking, okay, things are going well until someone, Punjago, interview, they go background check on you.
Yeah.
Zomuna Banga post 10 years ago, controversial stuff, detrimental to their image.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that hack really made me lose opportunities too.
Oh.
Yeah, because people background check me and then they find out, So, yeah.
Crazy, man.
Even if you say I was hacked,
it shows
how, why?
You're serious with cybersecurity as a person, as a brand.
But and here is Omakanika Gulipira is my online things. It's putting a lot of people also at risk.
Yeah.
And Gulipira bunch of verification.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's bad.
That's
really bad.
Because you got it. You got it back.
I got the page back.
100%.
Yeah.
You're sure?
Well, who can be sure? But I got the page back.
Sure.
I know.
We have seen your pages doing well. Tufuna tisanina deal muzimenya 1.5 patiku.
Click on the link.
Click on
Again. Let's meet in person.
Let's take it back to the old age.
I'm telling you.
Crazy, man. But it's also a learning curve, Sometimes you have to take seriously zingate kukuonongera brand.
Yeah.
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 Because not only zomwe ngopanga postizo,
Yeah.
also anthu ena akamathobedwa bene baja.
Yeah.
So it's also
Yeah,
ruining your
especially
reputation
that,
there.
yeah.
You know, so ngatukati akupanga be post za serious
Yeah.
za business.
Makubera
Alemba bene waja red card. Kuti mundibuke ine this. Abanga atumiza ndrama kumene kuja. Face sakutulukira. So it's something else.
Komano, there are so many artists we have seen they are fallen victim to this issue of hacking. Panobal, there is Ndani Social. Who's this guy? The rapper. What Dreadif? What's his name?
What?
7 or more. He also lost his page. Yeah, amongst others.
Oh yeah.
And some video they have been like they lost their pages and they were able to recover the pages. There was a time Nyauyo also lost the page. Tana also lost the page.
And I should also say, artists like friends, artists like Tana really helped me a lot. Yeah, man. Yeah, Tana, I remember.
So I don't know how. Good my guys and almost is now and get. How can we help them?
Yeah. Oh, enough.
If I'm a bit of a serious.
Enough with that.
Komano, I think one of the things that I would say is, the information is there. Kumamaziwa, we don't really spend time. Like by Facebook page, you are jumping by information, but we really don't spend enough time to take. Come, I think if we want to be serious as a grouping, we should civic educate each other, you know? Yeah. Basic things.
No, the basic things. There are people that are lucky to get a lot of followers, and because of that, they are targets of cyber whatever attacks. But I think one of the issues that is there when it comes to Malawi is, come on, the music doesn't make a lot of money. Maybe you talk about that, but from where I'm sitting, I see that most artists don't make a lot of money. So when they see that, they think it's an opportunity for them to cash in, to cash out. Which is
To cash, bas.
cash in. Wherever it is.
I think cashing out is what you already have, isn't it?
Whatever, man.
Cash in is what you're getting, right?
Yeah.
Guys.
But Faith and he can help us with the English. Cash in, cash out. You want to make money. Are you cashing in or are you cashing out?
Cashing out.
I think cashing out.
Yeah.
Cashing out is what you already
cashing
have.
in on something is making money out of something. You're cashing in on it.
Kaya mwene bola mpani cash.
Anyway, wait of the day.
Cash.
Either in or out.
Cash.
That's how. Komano ase nakuza kusonkani. Amena nifisa kisona la mungi do hagi na stitch free because these niggas were using ChatGPT ndema posta makanti jeo. Ona ni mpala me ikuluka pamwamba pa nyanja. That crazy jeo. Mpala me ikuluka pamwamba pa nyanja. What the hell is even that? Ndana lemba so yora ndipanga hagi anjani. Alono ngati ana ibeza so page yake. But just so Prophet Bushiri sana abanga hagi.
Ana renga so madolo so. Anaga even perera. So,
yeah, man. But Faith, once again, thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you.
Man, I grew up in an era, Mamuza Ben. Umari kuna my family atatu. Ena don't say nani mabanja. Mwana Adam's family. Mussa family. Nijiteka family. Ena don't say mabanja. Only 3 families in So, that time, seeing you and your family on TV, my guys, I would think yeah. Later, when I read an article saying that you grew up in Dilande, maybe it was the better side of it.
Yeah, it was a
Kuma new lines, yes.
Kuma new lines wage kwanyado ko.
Mafasuja. I
also go in. Sikumene mankana. You know mankana you know mankana lines. Yeah.
So you basically child with that go Ndilande go.
Yeah, actually, Ndilande area 25.
Oh.
Yeah. Because from Ndilande we moved to Linongwe.
25.
We lived in area 25, area 18, and then went back to Blantyre, Chinyonga. Yeah. So it was a lot in Mukanteko Jeba.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was born in Ndilande.
Okay.
Yeah. I think most of my time didn't find Ndilande. No, Ndilande only, but Ndilande and Chinyonga. Because Ndilonge a brief moment in between.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, growing up from a musical family, I would say, from where I'm sitting. We expected it. Kuti muntu wa Mussa family, definitely. Akwenda ukhawudi za nyimbo sizingampete. You know?
Yeah.
But okay, what was happening? Taya Mussa family. What was happening? Was it because if it now bangano tina ine ngati ne tina ngoda ngati Mussa family magaya amaimba gospel. Ndoti mina the parents that church.
Yeah.
You know gabela nda abusa yanjani. Ndoti definitely like na faith nda na abusa. You know?
Okay.
What was happening in that time?
Well, I'll say we're partly true. My dad is a pastor. My mom, a very serious, committed children pastor. So she runs children church ministries. And yeah, it influenced music I made Maimba. All the music that we were doing most of the time was church music. I grew up in church. I was writing my songs, all church music. I was very young, I must confess. I think amongst the musicians that time, we were really looked at like kids, you know, the Anna, we really carried that. I am not the most gifted of my brothers.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm going to make this clear. I am not. Like, my two brothers, they're the most gifted artists I know. Yeah, it's just that I guess they didn't choose this path, you know? But if I were to take a skill, I would choose any one of them, you know? Yeah, really, really excellent at what they do. But they have other lives. So for me, music was how it made me grow up. It gave me a lot of purpose, you know?
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm turning 40 this year, so I'm not a young boy, you know? Taya to mamenye do makofi school if you
Mpuzira kuchichiri.
Jijiri. Jamba, amwen. Leave me primary to wait. You know, I never went to private school throughout my schooling. Even university. I went to public university. So I've grown up in the public school system, you know? But being famous, you know, made me stand out. I mean, everybody wanted to be on TV.
Yeah.
So from Form 1, I was already on TV. So music really gave me a certain space, a voice, and made me realize that it's a tool, you know, so strong.
Komano za nyimbo ndi school. Ma school imaenda.
I mean, in Malawi school, if my teachers are listening to this interview, they can testify. Not that nali genius omangu konzo sawerenga. That I'll be lying.
Chifanga la weta anali presta daily. Tikakamba so. Ndeni musadinamize.
I'm not trying to say because of what you say, but yeah, I'm serious about that. Like nimawega mwini. Mayanga nimbambanga ndapuzis. So there was really no room for me to be playful. But at the same time, I also tell you, Kuti, the reason why nimawega kwambiru get is because my dad had a different approach to life. At a time, many and family some of na was banga music. They were buying us music instruments, you know. My dad gave me the first time kundilola kuti ndikhale guitar ndizisunga ndeka was when I was going to university, Uganda first year.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking I'm going away. Your dad will be concerned. But that's when he gave me my guitar because he felt good. I was responsible enough all this time to be able to pass my MSc, get a chance to get... That time it was hard. I don't know now. But it was like me also trying to make him proud, you know, that I can do this, but also have fun with music, you know. Yeah, man.
Damn. Okay, so... music ya gospel
the
main abanga influence music generally.
For me, music is church music. It's church music.
So would we be correct to say to group you as a gospel musician? For number of suffix and all that is when.
Oh, but why are you choosing gospel musician? Is there like only 2 categories, or there's gonna be like 4 more coming? How many?
The other one is secular.
No,
it's that or that.
No, it's not that or that. That's where I think most of those artists said, no, I'm not.
Okay.
And I'm going to explain why. Maybe they did, maybe they did not.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a Christian. Because that's the bottom thing.
Yeah.
Okay? But I'm also a musician. Okay?
Yeah.
God gifted me with music, you know? But I also gave my life and became a Christian. God gives everybody with music.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, Bensam.
So, you know what I mean? But for me, what I say is that as a Christian and as a musician, I'm a Christian musician. Whatever I do, whether I'm singing about politics, it's influenced by my Christian values. Whether I'm singing about love, it's influenced by my Christian values. Whether I'm singing about spirituality, it's influenced by my Christian values. So that's what I would say. That's why I was like, why are you saying gospel? Is that the only category? So I would say that I'm a Christian artist.
Not a gospel artist.
No. I'm a Christian artist. Don't bring in the gospel artist.
Okay, but are there gospel artists out there?
Well, I can say they are Christian artists because that's my category. I know them.
Yeah.
But gospel artists is the category that I don't understand. So I don't think it's a correct category. So if I say yes, I mean, I don't think it's correct. So I don't know.
Okay. Kusamvesesa kwa gospel.
Yeah.
Kumabwera patipo.
Kumabwera pokuti. Some people think that if you're a Christian, you cannot sing a love song. That does not say Jesus. Pamene kusamvesesa kumabwera.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Kuchipeni mafuna ndinene ngati ne. Gospel artist angathe kuimba nyimbo.
Because I don't know them, so it will be.
Oh no, okay. Okay. Christian artist.
Okay, like me.
Yeah. Angathe kuimba love song. Imene sikugamba za love inaita. Nyimbo mo.
Yo, because even the Bible talks about sexual love.
Zadama.
Yeah, like explicitly. You know that, like.
You have said it well, explicitly.
Yes.
There's always a correct way of. Even the Bible talks about sex.
Yes.
But it's not explicit, is it?
It's not.
Yeah. So why not?
Yeah, because
if you have found the correct Christian way of delivering a sex message on the pulpit, it doesn't make sex or the message any wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the delivery. You're a Christian. Your values will decide how you do anything. If I'm going to talk about sex to my daughter, I'm a Christian, this is the way I'm going to do it.
Okay, so now we're establishing that we have Christian artists, we have gospel artists, and we have secular artists.
No. Now you're confusing things.
What do we have?
We're not establishing anything.
What do we have?
We don't have categories. I am a Christian artist. Now, if you're going to start bringing all these categories, you should also bring the artists that belong to those categories to explain them. But if you want to talk about Christian artists,
all right.
Here I am.
Faith, you're a Christian artist.
Yeah.
If you were
now we're talking.
If you were not a Christian artist,
if I was,
what were you going to be?
Oh, okay. Simple question. If I was not a Christian artist, I think I would be a political activist through music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bobby Wine.
Yeah, Fela Kuti, Bobby Wine.
Okay.
Olongasa.
Bob Marley. No, but I love Nkasa. Yeah, if you were going, there's a question somewhere where I was going to talk about it. But no, not here. Not right on this one. No.
Okay.
Faith, I think there's something else that happens in the space, specifically the Christian cycle, right? The battle of words and the battle of definitions is what is there because of doctrines and the expectations of high levels that people have.
Right on point.
Right? So I think there's a new breed of you people.
Okay.
From like
one.
They're like Clays and the new breed of Christians that are in the space.
Older than these people. Older in age.
Yeah, okay, I hear you. But I think there's a new breed that has come to debunk what an artist is within the gospel spaces.
Okay.
I feel like it's not accepted in all the spaces. Other people will look at you and be like, nah, Faith is not.
Yeah.
I
know.
Other people will be like, okay, fine, no, he's positive. He's always, the gospel is the good news.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter which news, which good news you are defining in that moment. But if it is good, it's good news. So sometimes I think this battle will never end.
It will never end. Because part of it is like some people are doing this out of self-righteousness. You know, some people are just there to make people feel like they're not, condemned. They're not doing the right thing because they don't follow what they follow. And even if you spread out whoever is saying these are gospel artists, even within that grouping, my friend, there are groups.
Even within groups.
Subgroups.
There are subgroups, and you will find other artists are like, we are the holier ones, we are the this. There's all groups.
Yeah.
There are most of my amazing musician friends are not gospel artists. And even most gospel artists want to become what you have. They want to take what you have. They want to laugh at you for, it's a battle, you know?
It's a battle.
Yeah.
It's a battle.
So it's nothing to do.
But I'm happy that you have professed that you are a Christian, because the Namadingo was clear. I used to be born again.
Like, I want to say this, please don't bring my friend artists' names in my discussion, because if this clip is gonna be clipped wrongly, it's gonna sound like
No, okay.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
These are my friends. These are my brothers. Like I said, most of my amazing friends are not gospel artists. They're just musicians. We relate like musicians. You know, all I wanted to say is I don't really do
segmentations and segregation.
I have musician friends.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, kukula mundiksi kuvaa wajina limbe primary, and you did your secondary school, and then you went to Chanko.
Yes.
You know what I want to understand is from Mussa family.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yes.
When was the cutoff point to say that now I'm doing faith, and now I'm starting my journey as faith?
Okay. So, like I said, when I went to university, like I mentioned that my dad gave me this guitar. That was the beginning of my solo career. Okay. That's when I wrote my album. Through that 4 years, I wrote my first album, Desperate. That was the time. Came up with songs and released it soon after I graduated.
Yeah.
I'm still interested in grades. How were the grades?
My friend, some of my professors are going to be watching this. Sunduzwayo Madise, well, of course, he was my law lecturer later on, but, Professor Jokoto, the late.
Wait,
now
I get it. Amongora mwana wa opposition uyu. Mwana wa opposition uyu.
But yeah, I cannot just lie again kuti kuna ku university kuti mamenya madenke okawakaya. Kumane makonza. Konza bobo. At the same time, mamenya some music, I came out with so many awards from school. I was the best male artist from first year to fourth year. Best performer. Like, music was built for me at Django. And if you know Chancellor College, that great hall, if you've never had the courage to take your music and make that place dance to it, you really haven't done anything when you're there. Yeah. That place can humble you, my friend. So if you were there and you created your craft, and managed to turn that place wild with your music, you knew that I have what it takes to make it out there. Prince Martin was a product of that place. Ajina Monty, product of that place. The late Mildred, the product of that place. So it built you into something. Yeah.
Okay, so notice so Chanko also impacted
a lot
on your music journey.
I went to Chanko to study music, but that time the department wasn't as good as it is right now. So I had no choice. I just switched back to sciences, but I was auditing music. That's how I ended up doing science.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Desperate, it seems like too many.
Yes.
Yes. No, yeah.
Yes.
In there. Yeah. That's my favorite song, actually.
Thank you.
I love that song.
Thank you.
Desperate also.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the ones.
Thank you.
Mr. Gray.
Mr. Gray.
Did you go secondary? Because we were in the same secondary school.
Okay.
I also grow up. Mr. Gray then anaimba nyimbo ya pa assembly. Anga nyimbo ndio.
Umano, I can forgive him.
Yeah, please.
Because there's a reason to it.
Yeah.
Mkazi Wangwiro, there's this song Mkazi Wangwiro.
Yeah.
Actually, that song, anandilembea ndilawi. Yeah. He wrote that song for me, recorded, literally gave it to me already done, Yeah. And when he gave that song to me, I recorded it the first time. And when I was doing the remix, I asked Master, one good friend of mine, to rap in the song.
Yeah.
But Master said, we need to find a great lyricist to write this verse. I felt like, who should we contact? So we contacted Mr. Gray.
Yeah.
So Mr. Gray wrote the verse that Master rapped in Kazwangwiro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so tingatongo na anakulembera.
Ananilembera nyimbo.
Nyimbo ya manena indirectly. Sinakada kumkhulu.
You're not ungulukira, Baba. You know, I respect. Respect, Mr. Gray.
Yeah, but it was crazy because nyimbo jodi.
Koma ngwana zina nditu.
Ndinasangala. It was a very like different song.
Koma msayikoke tende.
Yeah, Gray apepesi. Ngikufuna. Ase ndantu akubatu. Makenda mina ndajete mamba kuba mapeji. You never know. It's Gray.
Charity begins at school.
My Gray Abu is a guy. He's coming tomorrow to record it. Okay, guys.
You're going to snitch. But yeah, man. But in music, it was a new wave. Yeah, new touch. And to say, "Alemba and Faith Mussa," and you look back and say, "Faith Mussa, why?
Yeah.
It's doing this. Amazing."
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that album, one of the best albums.
And that album was recorded by my elder brother.
Ooh.
Oh.
So the one who played all the pianos, did all the recording, everything.
What's his name?
Somo.
Chisomo.
Or Chismo. So yeah, very talented guy. Like I said, they're really, really.
So I remember this one time. I was Kunchinji. I used to play in a choir. I used to rap in a choir.
Wow.
So Faith came.
You?
Dog.
Okay.
I used to throw them bars, nigga.
Go on.
Yeah. So Faith came to the bunch of other guys. Palia and Eric.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Pama keys banali di Brazil.
Oh yeah.
They were boys and grandi brother.
Yes.
You know. Like, oh, dope. This is dope.
He's
so
amazing, man.
Before he was like, normally be and band should just be a one band.
That's what I want. That's what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask about that. You know, there was a certain phase in his music career.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of one-man band shows.
Yes.
And what made you
Do that.
do so many of those kind of shows?
Yeah, it was in DT band, then
Yes.
D.
Yeah.
Because just one.
You know, there's a good reason to it. But nothing came at the detriment of the other.
Okay.
The one-man band did not disturb the band.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the one-man band supported the band. Yeah, because it was just like an extension of what I was already doing. I was trying to find a way to incorporate traditional musical elements with technology into modern sound. So that time I experimented with the buds, this blowing instrument. I had just bought a certain... Yeah. So I had just bought this gadget that could read your melodies and harmonize you right on stage. If you connect it to your guitar, it was like some really weird... Some guys developed it. So I was trying to... So you blow one sound and you have 3 sounds coming out. Yeah, so I was like...
Interesting.
I had to try this. Now you really cannot bring that out with a... That was one thing. And secondly, I was... traveling around got me exposed to these music agents who were in touch with world music spots that were promoting small space performances. So when I experimented with a loop station, I realized that I could really dive into that audience, build my international audience bigger, because that time, here we didn't have Spotify here that time.
Yes.
But I opened my Spotify account there and my listeners were very little. Yeah, but when I did 2 UK tours, man, and that was just me, my guitar, loop station, microphone. That's it. And it made me connect better with the audience, see what your music could do without hiding behind the drums. Yeah.
It's clever, because me having a band, Bensam, you're in there, we know you don't have a passport. I have to play in the UK.
No, but then my band right now, people have also gone all over the world. When I was living for the US, the drummer, the vocalist, both vocalists, the pianists had all gone outside the country for studies. So it was like me also the last man standing.
Yeah.
So
you still had to make things work.
Yeah. Still had to make things work.
But interesting enough, I think I don't know any of it. You are the only one that I know that uses a loop station.
Yeah, I think so.
We know
so too. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yang instrument sama bang. Yang bagus.
Nda?
Yang.
Citik.
This no muziwe. No disrespect.
No, but I think prominently we have seen a lot from him.
Yeah.
And you have also done my renditions of other people's songs.
Yeah.
So from those, which ones can you say with my renditions are wow?
Yeah.
Were my favorites?
I did, I think, some Afrobeat songs. I did one by Blage and SARS. And I think why I loved it was because they reached out to me. And, you know, thumbs up with like loves and everything.
Yeah,
fire emojis.
they loved it so much.
They loved it so much. I did Patron King's.
Yes.
Yeah, he reached out as well.
Oh yeah?
So I loved it. It felt special. I also did Ada, you know, the Christian artist.
Yeah,
Nigerian.
Yes.
Yeah, I also did a cover of, is it Cheta?
Cheta.
Yeah, Cheta. Yeah. She reached out to me.
Wow.
Thumbs up, love emojis. Send me a private, even DM me and said, oh, you know, that was beautiful, amazing. If I come to Malawi, I want you to open. That was amazing.
She's coming.
She's coming?
Yeah.
When?
Ada is coming to this when the show. May. Is this 3rd May?
Are you going to be around?
30th May.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah.
You can extend.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You know, I think my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, last one.
Yeah.
Orarua.
Olalua.
Yeah, I did Saleta Peris, and it's because of Ndiran, you know.
Yeah.
I grew up watching him practice Kwajin Sewo Wuja. We would go see him, and you know, I'm many practice. So somebody 30 minutes was in Zimbabwe. It would be a whole morning, you know. We would listen. So for me, when I play that song, it really takes me back. Yeah, so that I would say that's my favorite. But the rest, amazing ones too.
He did Ujeni, and I would say a cover to Ujen. DJ Clock. Ding, ding,
Oh, okay.
It's just
Okay, Bittenbergs. And the guys that are playing that song, there's one guy who's named Matthew. One time when I was on tour, he watched my set. I didn't know who he was. And after the show, people introduced me to him and said, this is Matthew. And they said, oh, okay, very calm, down-to-earth guy. And someone said, do you know who he is? I said, no. I said, it's Bittenberg. I said, what? Yeah, so when I was doing that cover, I was tagging him, you know? Yeah, so it was really...
very intentional.
Love that.
Yeah, I say, because it took me back to the days mending Conviano and having
Yeah.
I was either Beba Bobo, it was, you know, standardized in my memory, so it was dope. It's actually one of my favorite songs, Mpangana Banoba. It's the greatest. It's one of the greatest songs, I would say, so to speak. Yeah. So
Before you go, there was a song I've always wanted to ask him. My friend Mrubi's message was like, but now he's here. There's a song he did in One Man Jesus, one. Where's the song?
Oh, that was the first album.
oh, yeah?
First of all.
Yeah. I've never performed that song live, ever. You know, it's one of those songs. Just release and forget. Yeah, but I know it. It's
Is it somewhere? Is it uploaded somewhere? One Man Jesus.
Yeah, it's titled Neck and Neck. I did a remix of it though.
Yeah. There's
it's
a
on
reggae
Spotify.
version.
It's on Spotify.
Spotify?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Why? Reggae version?
This is
Yeah.
a reggae version.
It's a reggae song.
It's a reggae song.
But I did a remix also. It's also reggae.
Oh,
Shouldn't have said
Mona
it.
got MBS.
No,
Then my
sorry.
friend
My bad.
what's
What was the first one?
What's with you and reggae also?
Yeah, most of the times when I do remixes, I like to.
Switch it
I have
to
been doing
reggae.
that, but yeah.
Why? Why do you?
Well, because some of the songs, like the producer who did these reggae versions, is a good friend of mine. He's the same guy who did it, but he was a reggae producer. That's how I got to know him. So I went there because one friend of mine wanted like a reggae producer, Foxe. If you know Foxe from Jirimba.
Don Fox?
Great Don Foxe.
Yeah.
Great producer. One of the people that I can say I met and we connected really well in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great guy, likes reading, so he was well informed about what we were doing. So that's why. All the reggae remixes is the one who's done them. Because I've really loved his hands. Yeah.
So anyway, guys, I'm gonna tell you a story.
Yes, please.
Long time ago. Long time ago. long time ago.
Was I born?
Yes, you was. And there was an artist, a Christian artist, who had a song that he wanted me to be an actor in it with my son. And they had a concept about it, and there was a storyline which I was supposed to perform with my son in it. But of course, it never came to fruition. But I'm not going to say it's Faith Mussa, but yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, you have a way of bringing issues.
Very petty.
You forgot about that.
Yeah. I thought you forgot too.
Oh, really?
You prayed. What song was it?
Kwatu.
Yeah.
It's a very nice song.
Yeah.
You were excited.
Oh, man.
I was excited. It's a very good song, and I
And
was
we didn't do the
attached to
video
it.
at all.
We didn't do the, yeah.
Now that you're here,
We can still shoot it.
We can still shoot it.
Yes.
And it would make beautiful sense.
I think so.
Oh, man. Remember that song? Yeah.
now, Faith Mussa and features in Malawi. What's your favorite feature? You don't have any?
But
Hey.
most of the features.
The obvious one
Yeah, which one?
is like the one with suffix.
Oh, Mkazo
Because of-
Yeah, because that one was like
It was
Yeah,
it
that
was
one
different.
is
It
that
was
one
different.
is
everywhere.
that one is huge. That, like just that was huge.
And they
yeah.
changed suffixes in music and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time because I think it was like a transition from just him being like a hardcore rapper,
To somebody that
softer bit.
Yeah, softer. How did that come about?
How did what come?
The Mkazo Agumamba.
Okay. Wow. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I had just moved here to Lilongwe. And then Bob was managing Suffix that time.
Yeah.
They reached out to me and said, we have a song we want you to jump on with Suffix. And I had not listened to most of Suffix's songs.
Yeah.
But the ones I listened to that time, I really loved. Yeah, And I said, yeah, why not? So we got on a call. We talked about the concept, what we want to do, the energy, where we wanted it to go, and everybody go home, write your parts.
Yeah.
We literally met at the studio.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Actually, we did not physically meet at the studio. He went, did his bit. I went to do mine. We met after the song was done. Yeah. Kuzapangaza video.
Wow.
Not that we had not met before.
No, yeah.
But I'm saying the process.
The process itself, yeah.
We were like, he was busy. I was all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, but we really...
the video jamona kashuta kukumbali.
Yeah, with those vintage cars. Yeah, but I must say that that's one of the songs that I'm surprised that it worked so amazingly well when I don't think we gave it the time it needed. Like, we did it away from each other. We were all in Malawi, though. Yeah. But it was beautiful. It made me know that it was doable.
Yeah. Okay, now, from where you were coming from,
Yeah.
kuzapanga nyimbo ndi Suffix.
Yeah.
But I think, nilipanga branch jonjo.
Yeah.
Fusolanga yambiri andoli. What do you listen to?
Yeah. Well, now I'll be honest here. I listen to anything that I can like. Some of it is like really nothing I can sing. But sometimes what you want to listen to is you want to try to understand the artist's mind. Like why are they thinking this way? Yeah. Why? Not that you want to learn what they're doing, but because sometimes I say nyimbo ina kama
Yes.
I say that was me being introduced to how you can write compelling lyrics. When I heard that song, it used to make me fear. But then you see, that's what I was listening to. Not that I want to sing like him, but I learned from him. So, yeah.
Now, as much as you have said that we shouldn't bring other artists in this, the conversations, I'm just going to use it as a reference.
No, you can bring them.
Just as a reference,
As a reference.
not as
Yeah.
Namadingo pasho inaigana kamba kuti iye samani my lyrics. He can just get into the studio,
Freestyle.
then he
Just go.
just goes.
Yeah.
So is that your style of making
Writing.
music? Now,
Yeah.
now, as you are saying, Kuti,
Yeah.
you have to write more compelling lyrics. Do you think that approach can help you?
Okay, so when I say write compelling lyrics, I'm not saying putting them on paper.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when you say music writer, it's like whoever, right? And when you're developing the lyrics, you don't have to really put them on paper. But, lyrics are like an extension of an emotion, when you're feeling happy, be able to take that happiness and put it in words and uplift someone, from a sad state to a happy state. That's a process. You can't, there's a combination of chords. You don't just take any chords, You're dipping too much in the minors, make people sad. No, go on the major chords, make people happy. There are particular tempos, BPMs that are happy. Come on, very housey, there's a certain tempo where you can vibe to. If you make it a little faster, man, what's going on, you lose people. So all that, it's in the development, even the words follow that. So that's what I mean. Kuti, that compulsion is coming from a combination of all that, So for me, I would even agree with what you said, that Namadingo goes to, and I can know why, because he's a fast mind. I mean, thinks fast. When you go to the studio, like for me, what I don't go with is the melody. I develop the melody. I make music with my guitar. All the songs I have, first of all, I had them on guitar, and that's all I need. When I go there, lyrics just come up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can agree, but that's not to say you don't write. Like I could
to really have Marili in that deep,
yeah,
with deep sense.
yeah.
Do you really think the approach of
Kungo
just
P Dog Studio.
can,
Yes and no, because what is deep?
Okay, for example,
Yeah.
look at it. The Marvin Perez song. He
Oh,
was
man.
like, okay. He
First
says,
of all,
yeah.
it would be difficult to comment because
Because he did not.
Yes, no,
I did not listen to
I'll
it.
just use
I
it as
really
a
didn't
reference.
listen to
I'm
it.
just gonna use it as a reference.
So let's just say a song.
A song.
Okay,
Yeah.
so where he says he had a glass in his right hand, then that was the lyric, like Zanjalangala Kumanja. That's when he was like, okay, what am I gonna say next? You get that's like that type of writing where he's just thinking of something on top of his head,
Yeah.
then he
But
uses it
now,
as a lyric.
wait, Ben, from what he has described as writing it, I would think yes and no again. Akubanga ali valid for yokuti. Yes, because it's an extension of an emotion.
Yeah.
That could be.
You don't know how it's gonna hit people. It could be just 2 words.
Yeah, because actually the song is quite huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which song?
the one that you
That
have
song.
I haven't.
Yeah. So the emotion could be deep, and even the expression itself could be deep, off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to, rap something or pena sing something deep.
Yeah.
Kauralemba.
Yeah.
Wangati
Deep to you.
Sina bange hit couldn't
Yeah.
that deep. Yeah, it's shallow, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's very subjective, Like, there are songs that appeal to you in a way that people are like, why?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Komano, I think I don't know why. Na pezoti nyimbo za mbili. Zima ndimazimva mosiana ndikamva process imene munthu. So I think I
That's
got
true.
to love a lot of John Bellion because amapanga kwambiri are behind the music and Zulo mamvera ujen mene nabangidura time after time. Somebody was just explaining.
Wow.
Yes. Bro.
Yeah.
It's a timeless hit. So yeah, man, music making the artist bio.
It's an amazing.
Making itself, not
amazing
performing,
process.
but making
The
process
is quite
itself.
amazing.
You know?
There are stories of faith. Could faith amagondo pira kabisala wina work
To write?
to write.
My farm, really.
The farm, yeah.
That's where I spend my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which songs came out of the farm?
I recently did a collaboration with Suffix. This song, Mandi Olota, I did that there. Don't Run Away. It's like a very
Don't Run Away.
anti-corruption song.
Yeah.
I wrote it there. Several songs. Kwano, the song that I wanted to do with Ben.
Yes.
That I'm going to do.
You're saying this is on camera now.
Yeah, but yeah. So I love that. I love the farm.
You see why I'm saying Kudi is going to be the next Ben Mankamba? Farm.
Yeah, but then
This.
your type of farming, maybe people don't understand. You have if I'm not wrong, you have a passion. You're going to farm trees,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because to grow trees, you really have to have a certain level of patience.
Yes. A lot.
Where did you get that mindset and get into that venture?
Well, because I think the first thing is I started reading a lot about sustainability. I already had purchased land, but I wasn't using it for that. And when I started diving into sustainability issues, environmental protection issues, actually I was exposed by a project that was being done by JICA. I was with Sonyezo that time, and we wrote songs. We were trying to protect Zalanyama that time. Yeah. And I started looking at the effects of what we have been doing to the environment. It started getting to me, man. And I said, I wish I could buy land so big, beautiful forest. So if we teach sustainability issues, we should teach it and show how beneficial it is.
Recently, I had a project at Zalanyama. We went to shoot. We went to that place. And every time, tumapita ku falls,
yes. Beautiful place.
Going through that path, timadusa na ndanji ngata
Pankala.
And every time they passed through, it was hurting me. I'm like,
do you know how much you would destroy just to fill one bag of makala? No, I know the conversation is always like, hey, find alternatives. Yes, fine. We have to find alternatives. But we should also understand the damage we're doing before we find alternatives. Because maybe that's going to make us angry enough
to find alternatives.
You fill the bag, you should be thinking a good 2 to 3 good trees.
Yeah, big ones.
Big ones. Because jatitambali bai continue tima pierere na jiramo.
Ni makala jati madana.
Makala ini ana makala zote ina gula makala hapo. Mwakatu waluza zimapata ziwiri, zitatu, zabira. Nde ntengo wachilengedo kucha kuti ufike hamwene
pamene popo.
Afike
kuti wakula.
Olota udzala lelolo.
It's over 10 years.
Man, 30. Mitengo imena
madwasika.
I mean, if I could have shown you pictures. When I bought my land the first time, antamaba mitengo mene. Wewe ungodulire. The 50-year-old tree. I can go pick it and see my wapiri.
Literally. Mazo samba.
Now, sorry.
No problem.
Timakamba za ma collaborations. We talked about in Kazwa Kumwamba. There's a collaboration that you did with Theo Thompson. Yes. Which was strange.
Yeah.
In a Malawian setting, right? Maybe. Maybe tomorrow. For a person to really understand what the faith was on there, either his guitar, or
his
voice. Because Kwambia, you did the intro, yeah?
No, actually,
it wasn't you.
There's not my voice.
Whose voice was that? Theo Thompson.
Theo Thompson.
It wasn't you. I actually thought it was you.
No, my feature was the guitar.
It was just the guitar, of which Antambidi wouldn't understand that. How is he featured? So if you're saying his guitar and so I mean also drum also Geoff and that when also cars over feature.
Well,
what inspired that?
Because I always said, if you want me to play my guitar on your song, there's something you're looking for. I have a particular style I play. Whether someone will match it or play it better, but my version is my version. You want it on your song, then it's an extension of my brand, So I've done that in so many projects,
So Theo reached out with a guitar. Kabena, you were like,
I don't think I can remember how we really, but our management spoke. We got to meet. We had already done the Airtel song, the So we were friends, So we were friends from there. I love Theo Thompson. So even when the idea of collaborating with him came up, I was
like, this guy,
The song was beautiful. Love it.
Another collaboration. I want you to you dim me from this because I heard it Kwamont, right?
Okay.
You did a song with Sonye, Mbambande.
Mbambande? No.
No? It's not Mbambande?
No.
Da peza Mbambande.
Oh, maybe. Wait. Man, no. This one is not. I'm not even laughing, but no.
So, no.
What is my name on it?
Yes.
Maybe I did. So, I'm not denying out of spite, but I have.
Fact checker.
Mwina sumuka mugayanga nanga sumibeza.
Mbambande.
Oh?
Yes. Chifanya kuti. Ine namba nyimbo yo. inkhani imene makambidwa mnyimbo ere ifeyo tinaye vinako mmakwati anjani ali nkhani ndi ambaula siyamu.
Wait. No, this is the
It's
thing.
a project song, isn't it?
That's when I was saying that I worked with Sonia.
Sonia.
Mbambande is a name of a mbaula. It was actually sold to some women. It was a women project, so they were making this Mbambande mbaula because they were Mbambande because they could use less. Well, you will send it to your girlfriend.
You listen to that song, bro. Like my best friend, sister Ag, Pajinkoswe, analo nyimbo.
Nyimbo ya Mbaula. Don't let them find out. They shouldn't find out.
Leave it like that.
Yeah.
But the reason why we wrote it like that was it was intentional that we should not just come out to say Mbaula this, Mbaula that. We wanted the song to go further than the message. So that was an intentional thing. If you listen carefully, when is Mbaula?
Makanga ruri muntu amagwisa ntchito mbaula, not necessarily the mbaula.
You know what I mean?
Simo
But
bangau.
Mbambande itself, the song and everything was Mbambande Mbaula.
But so this is one of like this one Mbambande yet the project you may unapanga now compose unapanga produce ndukandi material and you have worked with so many NGOs and you have produced materials of such kind.
Yeah.
Would you like to highlight on some of the projects that you have done?
Yeah, I've worked with World Vision because I've been their ambassador for quite a long time, even up to now. So I did a song titled Anawa, such a song against child abuse. I've worked with a global organization called Transparency International. So they are like all over the world. They're like a global anti-corruption body.
Yeah.
So I did a song, Don't Run Away. It's like an anti-corruption song. I shot it here and everything. But yeah, I released it a while back, 2019, I think. Yeah, and I've also done, the rest were like smaller things. But one I would like to point out is a project we did with Plan International and Tim Vane. It was called the Amplified Music Project.
Yeah.
So we brought together, I was a coordinator together with Kim of Diamonds.
Yeah.
And we brought together 6 artists. And we took them to the 3 districts. We were just coordinators, but Plan, I think, funded it together with Tim Vane. Yeah. And it was an amazing collection of artists, like really beautiful talent. That time we were all young, but now pretty much everybody is. Yeah. But those 3 are.
So just as a follow-up question, is it true that when Zatu band was active, when the project was active, you were the one writing their songs?
So 2 things.
Yeah.
If you're a writer for an organization like that, you sign contracts that you cannot be, because what you sign off are your rights. Okay? So allow me to not talk about that because it's going to be a contractual issue for me. Okay. But I've worked with Zatu. So suffices to say that I was part of the group that worked there.
You contributed to it.
I contributed to it.
Faith,
Yeah.
could you unamaliza uche law ija? The law that you were doing.
Yeah.
Law za maamulozi. If I had to be a lawyer, come here, lawyer.
Man, can lawyer one.
Tuba palamula.
Msama palamula.
Funika lawyer deal. On purpose. Yeah, but now, okay, so for an artist,
Yes.
Music, of course, there's a select few.
Yeah.
There's a select few. I mean, like they're earning a living, like full-time musicians.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to get into that. Iweyo, uone godi kumenjio gunde was it chiaba ndalama?
Mwadana muna gwisa.
Okuzija.
Was it a guitar?
Ndalama.
Let me see.
Ndalama.
As an artist,
Yes.
I've used my brand for various things. Activism for various things.
Yeah.
You know, part of it has been working with these organizations. Now, normally, like the way it looks all the time is that every time you see an artist or working with an organization, people think, oh, they're going to buy them a car, maybe they're paying their rent. Me, when it was charity organizations, it was really charity. Most of them. I'm not saying I've not worked for money, if they have.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So you're like, we're gonna pay him. Like, no, don't give him money.
No.
Wait,
not like that.
Don't give him money.
Not too bad. It was like this. They would come and say, we have a campaign. Yeah. We know you're a prominent artist. A lot of young people follow your music, but we want to talk about maybe dangers of child marriages. Like the way I've worked with World Vision. Dangers of child marriages. So we want you to, come aboard, what. But these are non-profit organizations, and most of them, even those projects, are like really small.
Yeah.
When you go there, you're not going there to really do business. Honestly, for me, my brand has done a lot of pro bono gigs in respect of that. But at the same time, these organizations have also really connected me to business.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like even my agent, the agent that really helped me penetrate the Schengen area with my music, I met him through Transparency International. Transparency International doesn't pay anyone anything. They'll fly me to the US, good hotel, 2 weeks, whatever, conferences and everything, but you don't get paid. This thing. You don't get paid money for, So it's like work, So most of the times, that's how it has been. Some of them are really good money, but if
allowance, we are not going to pay you, but we'll give allowance.
Money, you cannot live on that. Can you pay rent? Buy gas? No. It's
Okay,
really, you need it for that.
Like,
We took allowance, $2,000.
that's
Wasi.
Yokaba. They've decided to part ways with that. And then do whatever.
Man.
Okay, so now, will you come here and say, Woody, you are a full-time musician? Woody, you solely rely on that?
Rely on music? I think I have been a full-time musician for a long time, for a while.
Yes.
To say that I am a full-time musician, full-time as in I only have one stream of income?
Yeah.
Yeah.
think-
Okapena kuti ma streams now anabwera chifoti
Music.
music ndiye kwamba kusefukira.
Amen. For say lo ndo futhi labo. Because no. Anybody who has got a full-time something that is like their mainstream is in a very dangerous place. But as a musician, I would say music is one of the big,
Major streams.
Yeah. But being a full-time musician, there's not been a time that music is the only thing I was doing.
Kumasongorenga kuti sinanga mmene manena kuti kwanu unali kulemera
Yeah.
kundilande.
A trust fund.
Komano hudu yatu sudi nali hudu yojita poshi whatever. We were like working class people.
Kwa kunali mpande.
No mpanda. Umaza manyumba jama kati line na mpanda umangabata se.
Kungudza.
No. Mpanda kunguza. Orgapena masege. At least those ones. But yeah, I mean, I had really hardworking parents. Yeah. Like I said, they were teachers. Yeah, but man, they saw every one of us through school, so they did their part.
Yeah.
My mother used to be a secondary school teacher.
Yeah.
Kuchichira as well.
Oh, okay. Probably they know each other.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because there was a time timakala kuma flats kucha.
Okay. Manyumba upstairs. Tona.
Ole miranda.
Aguloza nzao. My flats.
Trust fund baby. But now, okay. One thing we cannot deny or overlook is Glastonbury, is it?
Oh, Glastonbury Festival.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you find your way into that?
Glastonbury Festival was a connection from Lake Stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usati nzunguwa kujeni uja waku transparency uja hai.
No, Lake Stars. Okay. Those guys who connected me or gave me the link saw me perform at Lake Stars, and like you need to apply to this festival. It's one of the biggest in the UK. I was like, I don't know.
Whatever.
But yeah, but I still did, and surprisingly they called me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I saw a performance on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for music. I'm a big fan of Peter Mang.
Peter Manga, yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
mthaizambiri ukabanga YouTube. Abazori nyimbo zake ma video yake ama festivals yanchani. There was this festival, I don't know where. But you were on stage with him as well.
Yes.
Do you?
I have actually I played as a guitarist for his band for quite a couple of months.
Dope.
For 2 years, I think. Maybe even more. But I was a member of his band. He was touring the US. We toured together. I was. He's,
So he moved around Gwambi.
yeah. Peter is a big artist.
Yeah, he is.
People don't know how big he is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Muna ifere mwana sompango.
Oh man. Well connected, but also serious music. You know, if you listen deeply to the stuff that he's presenting, and sit down to understand what he's singing, how he came about it, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I learned a lot from him. That was a big learning experience.
He's dope. Inajima manduawa. Panale album ina ageso. Ineyo naimvila patepi.
Okay.
Ntaya matepi jeda takale. Ndoti kuteni kulika radio kena yoti kama matepi ko nangu kapanga lisasiteti kama mveka no. Naiga tepi. There's a song there's an album. In that album anapanga nyimbo feature nyimbo inage Sticks. David Ali Sticks in heaven.
Oh.
The title of the song is Mwana Masi.
Mwana Masi. Oh man.
Bro.
Man.
You know?
It's a big song.
Like you can search kuliko sego.
You don't find
that stuff.
I don't know why, because that was Zanga Zozama. That album was recorded in the UK, I think.
The last time I met him, Amabanga handled my events, my corporate events.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's still.
He's in the country.
He's in the country. I met him. He came to the Queza event I did.
Nah.
Yeah, but I also met him in the US. He was in the US recording.
Oh.
So I think he just got here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say, like, my friend on this one, how, man? Because there's this young guy. I'll give you an example. I know this guy, man, Bunny Michaels.
Yeah.
He's making music. How can a guy like him also get these gigs? What is there to do as an artist? What do you have to have? Who do you have to talk to?
Well, who do you have to talk to? I don't know if there's anyone you have to talk to, but I think we should just love what we do, man.
Yeah.
Don't wait for someone to
give you the thumbs up, push you, whatever.
I'm going to tell you, some of the best, amazing artists, you know, they were really not trying to be great. They were just trying to love what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You chase it too much, sometimes you're also like, you know what I mean? There's an energy that comes with it that's so wrong. You know? Love what you do. You're a musician. There's a reason why you want to be a musician. Just love it enough to just enjoy it. Yeah, because whether success comes or not, you should not be sad, man. Yeah, you should be like happy about it.
So just out of curiosity, if we go back, there was a time your hairstyle was afro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big hair.
Yeah, there was a big afro. Now,
And the goatee.
as of late, the past year or a few years, now you've been doing some hairstyles and, you know, what happened? Did you change your persona or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we change our persona every day.
Every day?
Yeah, I think so. Slightly. Maybe 0.00001%. You know?
Okay.
For you to notice it after 10 days.
But I was just trying to say a joke. But
Yeah.
not really. I didn't change. Yeah.
But that time, and I did dreadlocks. I say, "Ngadafuna kabange aga imile sexiest man in Malawi or something like that." Dreadlocks, what the hell, man? And you were hitting the gym, like,
Yeah.
this nigga.
It was just time, man. I had time to do that.
Yeah, the gym part. Tell us.
What do you mean? But, you know, I was told that I was really unfit. Yeah. You know.
Who told you that?
You know, I got sick. Yeah, you know, really nothing serious. But my doctor just said, "Do you work out?" You know, and I say no. And part of it was also like trying to correct my eating habits and all. Sometimes, if you are so glued to just sitting in the studio, you know, you start developing these bad eating habits. You're eating junk all the time, just drinking these energy drinks and all that. And I was really unhealthy. Yeah. So I wanted to correct so many things. One of it was working out. So I really started working out. It improved my breathing. I was having issues.
On stage?
Yeah. So you do gigs every day. 20 days, in 25 days, you were not the same by the 19th day, you know? Yeah, man.
So a lot of people start gym because maybe they're going through depression. Like, for example, my case, I started gym because I was going through some kind of
This
stuff.
is a lot of depression.
Depression.
So was it?
So much depression.
And, well, no. For me, it was, like I said, it was purely for my health.
You were something going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think
And I enjoy it.
I'm out now, I'll be measuring the pressure. Like, nah, a little bit.
Who hurt you?
Hurt you, man.
Yeah,
We were 250 kg. I said, what the hell?
actually, for me, I started admiring runners because I was living on my farm.
Yes.
And you know, Bunda Road, Kumagondo Kama bikers. So I got a bike, I got into this biking, man. So it was a good time. It was a good time. That time I had just started my master's, stopped work, full time doing music. And you know, during COVID, Macau didn't have any ways.
Yeah.
So I had time. Yeah, man.
Okay, so speaking of, do you still work out?
Yeah.
No, that's extensive. Because how many jobs?
Man, I was in school. I'm actually in school. I'm just finishing now. So it cannot be.
But
I barely have time to.
How much school
even
have
practice.
you done? It's like
I say, you have done your PhD. I was doing an MBA, so I'll be graduating in June.
Okay, now, Ababa, mina Solijari, Nima Fusagode as an artist, full-time musician, Jan. Why?
Why artists or
No. Why a lot of education? Because I know a lot of people that are educated enough.
Yeah,
To them, I mean, I have a bachelor's degree,
Yeah.
but my music thing is going on well. I can't even touch this paper. Let it be. I cannot even step into a classroom anymore.
Well, I'm not going to side with whether you should get education or not or whatever, but I think it's a personal choice.
Yeah.
If you feel that you've gotten enough education to make you survive and do well, man, don't get more education. You don't need it. It's a waste of time and money. But if you feel that, oh no, I need this type of education for this, go get it. Today, I just met a friend of mine, big businessman. Like, dude has got money, you know? But he's going to technical, you know? What he's thinking in his head is, I'm going to start a furniture, whatever. I don't want to, things I totally don't know about. But someone will say, hey, do you need that? Yeah, it does. But you are thinking about, you have all the money. So priorities, man. Yeah, I would say every education I've gotten, I've seen the benefit of it.
Oh, yeah?
Whether people haven't seen my wallet inflating, but that's up to me, man.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
So aside of all the monies that you have, you still want...
Not all the money. All the education that I have, I still do music.
No. You're still doing education. So I was talking about, because I mean...
But now I finished.
There is the money. And you're still doing...
Oh man, I also don't want to come out like I'm denying that I have.
Yes, please. Please.
Don't get me wrong. But it's the emphasis that is making me...
All the money, you're still educated.
We know that you have money. We know.
Man,
You can't lie.
You wouldn't have money and not be able to... I mean, all this is money. You have money. We have money. If music has
But we're
managed
talking,
to
we're talking
keep me...
about you, not us.
he's rich. He's just humble.
Yeah, very humble.
I'm winning.
Half humble.
I'm winning. Don't shove it down my throat.
You cannot deny because all those trees were not for
No. And I'll tell you, I sell the trees.
Yes, sustainable.
So I have a
Sustainable.
I have a
money.
farming business. So
Yeah.
I sell the trees. But I would say education has played a big role in what I do. Yeah. I went to law school because that time I was writing a lot about child rights.
Yeah.
I was working a lot with UNFPA, UNICEF. And we wrote an album actually on child rights. It's called Anao. Anao was one of my songs. I have written a lot about anti-corruption and same thing. It's all money, you know? So music has paid. Music has done its part. And
Because you're talking of UNFPA, I think daily rate makaja $300. So yeah.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I've worked with them 3 years.
no. Don't get me wrong as well. I did not work for UNFPA. I was an artist.
There, okay.
Yeah, so I just not
Talent.
there.
Talent.
Just
Yeah,
goes
you
out.
know how organizations will ask an artist to write a song for their, you do 3 or 4 of those. Yeah, I mean,
What, 10, 15, 20?
10, 15, 20, 100.
Yeah.
Why not?
And they'll give you
If
like
you're still
20
relevant,
days.
you have to do it.
Yeah, they'll give you like 30
What
days.
organizations are looking for? Let's face it. You have 2 followers. Okay? I want you to sell my brand. It's gonna go to 2 people. Yeah. Don't hate someone who's got 500 followers.
Yeah.
And then they get all the business. If the business requires number of people, they have to get the business. It's not, yeah.
So would you say Kuti Kupati is a art that you have plus the education?
Yeah.
Ima push so brand ya Faith Mussa. Eh?
No, I wouldn't say. That's just how I am, man. My brand as Faith Mussa has been pushed by so many things, music included, but the music brand has worked because of the support I've gotten from Malawians, really.
It has nothing else.
Not nothing else, but that's the main thing. Yeah. But if I would say it's my education, no. I don't see how. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to ask something on this one because I say Malawi Ngozo, most of the artists are struggling. This is coming from me. From where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
I think most of the artists are struggling because you guys used to sell my CD, money was being made. But no, my guys, my streams, the kind of money that is being discussed, like, come on, you can barely survive in a year. You look at the Kosoma flows, you're like, okay, fine, yeah, 5 million, 6 million, but you can barely survive or do a lot of stuff because even just doing a music video these days is costly, right? Now I don't know what you're thinking of the future of music in Malawi. Because I know people are just gigging now. Gigging every weekend just to make sure I got that list.
Yeah. I think this also brings me back to the point you mentioned about if music is like the main... Man, when was the last time you heard that I had a gig or BICC or it's way back?
Way back.
You know? Now, what am I doing in between? 6-7 months, no gig. You know? I would say you have to be wise. Know where you are, you know? You're in Malawi. Here, music doesn't pay that much. If I'm in the US, I'll tell you. Even before my page was hacked, even just my Instagram page, the artists with 1/10 of that number of followers, I have like maybe not much. But the earnings from that number of followers is huge because of where they are. You know you're in Malawi. Here, you cannot earn that much. I think it's just good to spread your wings. You can't put all your eggs in one basket here. If it's music, whether you're singing, do something as well. If it's only music you want to do, find something within music that you can do. Because, I mean, it's not only here. I think all over the world, artists don't make a lot of money. They struggle.
Okay, now, putting eggs in one basket. Some people don't even have eggs, let alone the basket. Or the chicken for the eggs. But no, you have to understand what I'm saying. You know? But they would love to diversify. They would love to, do as much as... I am sure, we know again the artist. What boss kumenariko. Mina soma player instrument, we know amapanga producer zabozija. R&D degree in whatever. Like, chine just mene timata kuona anthu kuti izizi chingathe kumpangisa kuti munthu apange china chake ali nacho. But they're like doing everything to earn a living kwazi kuvuta.
No, they're not doing everything. They're not living.
Basket balibe, mazira balibe.
No, that's not correct. I cannot agree with
I don't know, man. Yes, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like my guy is it. I'm a can't I go there at Peter Menego go top again.
Ndora kukakamiza ngini.
Koma amatoma kakamira mbali na igo kuti si kutandisa.
I say, and Mbili, they don't, sorry to catch you.
Yeah.
My guys and Mbili, they don't work hard. Let's be honest. They don't work hard. There's only one artist who came on this platform and said, guys, the reason why I didn't get to a certain level is because I was lazy.
Honestly.
There was only one guy who was accountable on the show. But most people will always point fingers. It didn't work out because of that guy, or this guy, or this, or this. Huh? Episodes.
Oh, yeah. Episodes was honest about that. And I think it's true of most artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
So, kusapanga, we would say it also...
Okay, I'll use him as an example. I say, he's in farming. trees. Do you know how patient you have to be to have a huge farm of trees? It's not 2 years, it's not 3 years, it's over 5 to 10 years.
My guy is ambiri, and I agree with you, Ben. My guy is ambiri.
Do you think I'm right? Didn't have a minute?
Amango chila. Kukaja, agupanga scroll endlessly.
Yeah.
Basi.
You know, on that point, I'm going to tell you this blessing in disguise. When I lost the Facebook page, man, suddenly I was so free. I had so much time I didn't know how to use.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I realized how much time I was wasting.
On social media.
Yeah.
Scrolling.
Man, it's amazing to have these followers, man. But you wear say mama out.
It's time consuming. Huh?
And 100,000. Alembe jina chake about minimum material. You know what I mean, eh? Yeah. And you should respond something. Before you know it, it's already 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah? Awida tata yanklezo boa you 9:30, 10 o'clock. Ndingangomenya lunch babuti. Siku la tatu? Yabida. You do that 10, 20 times. You lose months. You know? I found time. I started reading books. This, I'm not just bluffing, guys. Even when you're talking about these trees, this is the time my farming business grew. This is the time I spent time on self-development. This is the time I did my master's.
Speaking of books,
Yeah.
what are your favorite books? If you can give us maybe 5.
Think and Grow Rich.
By Napoleon, is it?
Yeah.
By Napoleon. Yeah.
I think I would also say Mastery by Rob Green. There's The Subtle Way of Not Giving
No, not giving a crap.
No, use him
No,
as your instrument.
By White? Clinton White. What's his name?
But
It's
The Subtle Way of No.
I think.
Jan.
Oh,
Yeah, but
I
we-
have them here. Yeah. The other
you
one
got-
I've just
you got
started
3.
reading. I have 3. I've said 3.
You mentioned 3 so far. Mastery,
Uh-huh.
Think and Grow Rich, and the subtle art of
Yeah.
not giving a...
Come on, he can do it.
Hey.
Production. Please.
Okay. I also want to say these ones because the reason why I'm because they are recent and I really love them. Still like an artist.
Okay.
Still as in stealing?
Yeah, stilling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wafuna
Still like an artist.
Still on the Roger Tool. Ubangaradi stuff.
Yeah. And Change Your Brain.
Change your brain.
Brain, yeah.
By who?
Yeah, this one is by Daniel Amen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would
So
love
this-
that one.
Yeah.
Change your brain.
Change Your Brain every day. I love the book. Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. So 5 or how many, like however many you would mention, artists from Malawi that you listen to.
That I listen to. Okay.
And why you listen to them.
And why I listen to them.
Yeah.
I listen to Patience, Namadingo, although that song I hadn't really listened to. But I listen to Patience. I love Patience.
Tuli.
I love Tuli. Man, that song has been in my head. Don't say it. I'm trying to get it out of my head. I listen to Nyago.
Yeah.
I listen to Magica Drum.
Yes.
Your test can be known.
eh?
This is the test.
Well, I listen to a lot of artists. Actually, I feel like by saying 5, I might leave out the ones that I listen to a lot. I'm just saying the ones that are just popping into my head. I listen to Mankamba. I love Ben Michael.
I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, but I listen to Paul Kajala, Praise Omali, Joe Kells, Teresa. I listen to Cass. This is where like kid guys
Your baby is.
growing. So yeah, I listen to a lot.
Why do you listen to Namading?
I listen to Namadungo because I think, man, guy's got a great voice, man. Beautiful voice. I also like his writing. Yeah.
So what is your take about the beef between SGZ and and Gata?
Straightforward.
You know, to be honest, I don't know these people.
Can I go to him?
I thought it was
That's what you're joking.
International artists. That's what I.
No, they're Malawi.
Okay, nah, man, I'm not in their circles.
Kena kote ngomba no bifi jayata abanga ganga.
Guys. Yeah.
Ala mobela page.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Do you listen to any rappers in Malawi?
Yeah.
Who?
Hyphen.
Okay.
I listen to Hyphen.
Oh.
I listen to Barrier One. Yeah. I listen to Physics. I listen to Gwamba, one of my favorites. I listen to Suffix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Grey.
I listen to Mr. Grey. Obviously. I don't only listen to Mr. Grey. I sing Mr. Grey.
You sing.
I sing. I also listen to Luki. If you know
Luki,
Luki.
Yes, he's a good rapper.
Luki, amazing.
Shout out, shout out.
Shout out to Luki. If you listen, she's probably watching. Luki is an amazing artist.
Oh, yeah.
I've met talented artists.
Yeah.
Luki was also on that song, that Mr. Grey. So Luki responded to what Mr. Grey wrote. It was one of the most beautiful verses I've ever seen.
She's a good writer and she can
great,
spit.
great.
She can spit.
But
Yeah.
I think everyone likes Luke, but I feel like
She's still underappreciated. She needs that space, man.
Yeah. Uncle Ben, since you're the one with the rappers, what should she do?
I don't know. There's so much to do apart from having talent.
Maybe collaboration.
Collaborations and I think management also.
Management, yeah, that's true.
because I don't know any song that Luke has done as just Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's always in people's.
Because I think
But she's got her own material, which is really amazing. But like he's saying,
Yeah.
maybe.
like he said, Uyu Anawegandi suffix before he knew who suffix was. Why? His management put him in place.
And
So such
for the
things.
record, for the record, I've only had one manager my entire career.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Who is this one?
Sam
Which Sam?
Chiwaka. One manager throughout.
That's the guy with the gray hair.
13 good years
Wow.
of working together and parting ways peacefully.
Oh, you parted ways.
Yeah, because I was leaving, so I mean.
Oh
I
yeah,
wasn't-
makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What are you managing?
Yeah.
My trees.
So
My trees.
yeah,
Yeah, mine.
yeah, but management makes a difference.
Yeah, that's how.
Big difference. We
But
could not have
also good managers.
good managers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can question talent. Talent, Luki
Talent
is
is there.
great.
No, talent,
She's
Luki
amazing.
is-
Just need them.
Yeah, I first saw Luki Musaifaya Zoom.
Thing I see, he's always in ciphers.
I recorded it.
You did?
Yeah, man.
Jaisa, because Jaisa is my boy.
Okay, so he just wanted to make sure it's on record that he recorded. So Geoff recorded the cipher. But anyway, I think that she's always doing these awards, winning the awards. I'm like, she's not tired of winning. It's too much. She has won everything. It's now time for her. In terms of awards, I want to get him.
Yeah, it's time for her to make money because most of these awards are just wood, blast.
No, but also as of late, I think she has mastered her art. I think in sound engineering.
Oh yeah, I
music
heard
production. I
she's
think
working with Chozi as well.
Chozizo as well.
Yeah.
I think in here many Mbuyom. I think she do kumbalia production kwambi.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she has a setup of her own. I
dope.
don't know if it is a full-fledged studio now, but she has always had that passion to be in this music production business. Yeah.
Faith was a teacher at some point
Yeah,
way.
I've always been.
at Kalibu
Even up to
Academy.
now.
What is that?
Yeah.
at
Actually, not only at Kalibu Academy. I taught in government school. I taught at Njamba Secondary School
Oh yeah.
soon after I graduated. And then I taught at Kalibu Academy. And then,
Why did you leave Kalibu?
so I went to law school. That's when I was going to law school.
Oh okay, cool.
Yeah. And then now I'm teaching in DC.
In the US, man, Washington DC.
You're teaching in DC?
Yeah. So I'm doing leadership training.
And the teaching?
Yeah. Middle school students.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you handle them? Middle school is.
Well, it's leadership training, so that's pretty much what we're trying to do, make them,
Oh, so now I see the Gugus, right? It's like,
Yeah. So part of my studies
the teacher.
was that, So the internship found me at the end of my studies.
Whoa.
So that
Now I see you're gonna say.
So how do you
Oh.
like? You've
Yeah.
been a teacher in Malawi,
yes,
and you're also now a teacher in the US.
different stuff though, different experience, like a different setup. So I wouldn't really compare them like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the other one is an after-school program. This was curriculum stuff. Yeah.
Kumabe, just being in the setup, the education system.
Yeah.
I know we are a million years behind. Komano's
It's different, man. We're different, but I don't think we're very different.
Oh yeah.
Mussa, what
In
is
terms
it?
of infrastructure, Komano,
Bensam?
I don't know what they learn in class, but I would say programming fair, it's not available here. We are actually in the process of
Trying to
bringing
set
it
up-
here. So I have partnered with DroneLink. You know DroneLink?
Yeah, Kumwenda, the
Yeah,
region.
Commander Radio and Caris Enterprise, Chifuni no Kanda.
Yeah.
So we have teamed up with Moja Africa.
Yeah.
They provide teaching platforms. So I am going to be doing we are going to be doing an after school program. They'll probably come here at some point. I don't want to divulge too much information, but the idea is to bring out these after school programs here in Malawi. Kids should access this on the phones after school so that parents can follow up what their kids are doing. Yeah, so that's the only difference I see, man. We don't have it here, but it's something we need. Yeah.
You and Ben touched on the issue of technology, digital literacy, and also how social media is ruining most of us. Is it the same there in the US? Are they using it for good? Maybe more especially for the youngings, if you have an idea.
Maybe not a good idea. I would lie because it's not my circles. But I know social media is a big thing.
Yeah.
Even here. But I can comment for here because I was teaching high school here and I saw how social media was big and really also destructive, So I wouldn't be surprised because kids there have more rights. You cannot prevent them from having the phone in school. At least here we could prevent them. Yeah. So there it's another story. Even for us in our programs, it's just that it's a leadership training program, what we do. So the requirement is that you can't bring your phone. But other after school programs have a problem of phones in there. Yeah. So, man, if it's hard for people at work, how much more kids?
Yeah, true. Hey, because I have people at work.
1 hour of work, 6 hours of social media.
Komano, what is it like? Iweyo kumaphunzisa chizungu choka mahours. Sumapanga chizungu lile?
ChatGPT. You said it.
A paid plan, I'm with enterprise. $200 or $20.
Maonda.
Anatoka wata. Mupite.
Yeah. Yeah, but
so that Komano teaching is also one of your passions.
Oh yeah.
You don't find
the government trained me as a teacher. I'm a trained teacher. That's what I did at university.
Yeah.
So I did education science. So the art of speaking to kids, to people is what I do. And it fed well into what I do. I was a musician already. So I was like, yeah.
Public
why not? Yeah. I've loved it. Yeah.
Ben, do you have any more questions? But you asked the embarrassing question. Ask him.
I'm all yours, man.
Those embarrassing ones, that's what you like to ask.
Yeah?
So, Mr. What made you think we set you up?
You saw the message I showed you?
Yes, I saw the
That's
message.
what made me think you said me.
But
you understand why I would think so, right?
Yeah, I was totally blank. I'm like,
yeah, I'm sorry,
okay,
man.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like,
yeah, but I'm not going to show you the text, but you would have done the same.
oh, yeah.
The time we were asking the question, he was actually handling the same issue.
I was trying.
He was handling the same issue with his manager. Like,
oh man, that was not. Yeah.
I think it's a
something
spirit in him.
like along
this
those
guy has been. He used to be a born again. So
I'm still a Christian podcaster. What I do is not gospel. I'm still a Christian.
Anyway, you have been in US for how long? Now?
A few months, I think 9 months.
So how are you able to handle school in US and family since you're a married man now?
Yeah, my family has been with me.
In US?
Partly, like just briefly. I was studying. So it was easy for me because I've been coming here a lot. I think 3 months don't pass. Yeah. No, not because of that. I'm going to tell you this.
Yes.
You have to be clever with these things.
Yes.
I get bookings for performances in Africa because I know I'm going to get closer to home.
Oh, yeah.
So some of them are not really paying me much money. But if they're flying me to Tanzania, I can fly to Malawi, man.
Yeah.
So I've done most charity performances. I was coming here for a project on my farm, but I've spent, so some of those. Like people think, oh, he was paid a lot. No, like you were thinking. See? Some of them is like gigs that really offer you platforms. When someone says, we're just offering you a platform, sometimes it's insulting for an artist to hear that.
Yeah.
But there are really platforms that people can offer you, There are places.
Exposure ijadi sama ibange shani kwambiri.
No, there are places you should go.
Chimaimajitika ndukuze anthu ena ake use it
Wrongly.
wrongly.
Yeah.
Ngongalizia unaona chine just panopa internship this, internship that.
Yes,
You want an intern koma akhale ni 5 years experience. What the hell am I interning with 5 years of experience?
So anyway, just out of curiosity, was there a time in your life where you were like, I think I'm done. I think I'm done for it.
Drops mic.
Like when,
Close the curtain.
There was. Sorry.
What dragged you to that angle in life, to that corner?
Like, but I want to understand. What do you mean? Like giving up on life or on music?
You can answer it in both ways.
Well, on music, on life now. Man, I love living. Man, I'll be honest. I've been through ups and downs, but I've also seen the beauty of life. So
I tried to kill myself 3 times.
Really?
And I failed.
Well, it's all right.
I'm still a failure.
So
Okay. Yeah, no, like
but
now.
I can answer music.
Yes, music, yes.
Music wise, I have been to the point. I have been to the point. I think it was just piracy when it was on the peak.
Yeah.
When flash drives. Because now, but there's some control.
Yeah.
At that time, you could really literally find someone selling your music to you. Like, I'm not going to mention a name, but this artist was Boli Baje, in town. Someone actually brought his own music. I think they just took a picture on Facebook and created a cover. And the guy was like, when it was like that, you could release a whole album, and before you could release it, it's already...
It's out there.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so I think at that time I was like, is this really worth it? I went back to the thought of Ben Mankamba. Ben Mankamba, when he saw that, he was like, I'm not going to release music. You want my music? Come to my gig.
Gigs. Speaking gigs.
Yeah.
I said, I think you were one of them ones. I mean, why you own a life here, French casual.
Yes.
Kena go kuzaona ku life ya Shefa.
Robin's Park.
Ya Robin's Park, ya
Yama
Mista.
Festive.
Yama Festival.
Yeah.
Tingane kuti imeja yapita basi.
Imene Yama show hotel, no?
Yeah.
But I think it cannot come back the same way.
Okay.
If it's coming back, I think now artists have started making better productions of events. So that era, that type of packaging of songs, Christian songs, that kind of packaging, it's gone. Yeah, I think it's gone.
Okay, now, mapanga ngati ya mashow ija chifukwa kuti panopa even people are producing better concerts.
Yeah.
But these better concerts are making people go broke.
Okay, I see what
things
you
were
mean.
easy, man.
Okay.
Not very but I
get your point.
Yeah.
I think it's because artists want this quality that they're exposed to, and then it really digs into your pocket. If you really want to do a good show, there's not much money you're gonna make out of it if you're not careful. You have to get sponsorship for this, sponsorship for that. But if we used to do gigs relying on dough collections,
yes,
and make lots of money.
And abeso pomwepo.
Yeah, and abeso pomwepo, but still money.
Yeah.
But now, you have to find sponsors.
No, now dog collection can't even cut it because you're looking at the investment. People are making an event of 20 million. And my dog collections will be somewhere around 6.5 million. And then they can't even make it. So they're relying on brands. My brands
should come in and do something.
It's complicated.
There was a point where kuja kushefa, is it kushefa?
Yeah.
Anto amangopita weekend ije kungonyamuka ndubira kushefa
Yeah. Also, as well,
Kulishoko,
I
man. Kumakhala masho
launched my first album at Chef at ICA Maki.
ICA,
Yeah.
you see
Chumakego jo maloda umego jo. Amen.
you know
Yeah.
imanka ndrama imene malipira abandi ndivenye
Divine. And
Drama
so
zako sasa.
equipment inali ya kumwe.
Ya kumwe.
Umango banga haya kumosi. So yeah, I mean that time I think now it has to come back differently. Yeah. But not maybe not that setup. But you cannot deny it. It's still happening, but maybe not.
not in that setup.
Yeah. I'm just thinking so.
Yeah, kuma ina izimango ndo because some of the artists uja no kuda bange dollar boy panoba amalono mmidzi. Ya umenya show mmidzi muja because people still have that, you know.
Yeah.
Usina kanda ife kuno town muno faith tukumana show right. Yani
Amenya mashauri. So ameno ndeta amenya kwambiri. Yeah. Maka makaja kumangojo.
yeah,
Yeah.
free shows.
I mean,
Free
George, I mean,
shows. Free shows. No. Like mostly religious organization.
osaraja okulibira exposure.
Duty free shows. Free not only for the participants.
For everybody else.
Right, I used to doing Margin Ma one man kind of booking.
Yeah.
Remember he played for me?
Yes. I'm still doing. Actually, I was.
You did?
Yeah.
He played for me on my what was it, anniversary.
Yeah. I do. Last week I was playing in 43 private event as well. I do lots of those.
Those ones, eh?
Actually, I love those the most.
Yeah, they're always
Because
good.
you will make friends, man.
Yeah.
You leave smiles on people, and some of those connections are the most.
I mean,
long
creating those special moments for
Man.
people is just
Man.
it's an amazing thing.
I'd love to have that.
ones. Yeah.
How much should I be willing to part ways with?
Well, we can talk after the
show.
And in
but
dollars,
Be prepared. Because this is a special moment. You don't want to give a useless gift.
I want, like, I really want. I don't know when.
Dollars.
I don't know when next year in Malawi, but
I am now.
no,
You-
the thing.
but
that
you're heading
I'm
back,
planning
ain't you?
for-
Well, how do you know? I'm around, man.
You are
Yeah.
perfect.
When is the thing?
I don't want to say it on camera.
Come on.
Mandoerenga, boys have internet. Mandoerenga. Yeah,
Yeah. But they're as private as nobody has to know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You would not have known if he didn't say it.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
we want to keep it like discreet also. You know?
Yeah. Ah, bobo. When wasa mkaza kumana kuma artist to follow us that.
Also,
It's because I have the man.
I have the man.
Because I have the man. Nemuza menya no kuda. Yanga na emirira. Yako sana emirira. But yeah, man. I enjoy. I usually say this. I enjoy having chats with my guys. I say because moyo wanga 90% of the time kanga panga zina zose. My poison is music.
yeah.
And I love music that makes sense. But in nyimbo zinazaga ntama kuchula jiwalo jimozi joka the whole song. I'm not really a fan. You know, there was a point tinkamvera zimzodi. Komabe looking back tinkamvera inali when my punchline inali when and all I say it was good. But no boys inamba ulesa say sungango manga chala like the whole song. Why? So it's crazy. But when I listen to
Yeah.
Faith, I could listen to nyimbo emods. Yeah, Faith. Mwina 30 minutes. Mwino. Umango mvea nyimbo yomwe.
But it
In Dekai, the one that I've found, I've listened to that song. It has taken me to places.
Yeah.
You know, there are songs that you just listen.
Umango pese yomwe.
you know, even the Kwatu song, it's. I used to love it so much because it's the story itself. You could actually relate to it, and then it's Ndiolangi Zagwambiri. It's a very deep song, and
Komaso chiforo nkafuna kala vixeni.
yes, that because of how good the song was, I was really looking forward to playing
To being a vixen.
the
Yeah,
story,
you can
the concept.
fix it,
yeah.
man.
I mean,
need to
he's
do it.
here.
We
He's
need
here.
to do it.
And so
I love that song.
I just out of curiosity again,
Okay.
you're gonna go back to USA at some point.
Yes, at some point.
So
Maybe not.
maybe not.
Yeah.
But you said you haven't finished your school there.
No, I'm just waiting to graduate.
You're just waiting.
Yeah, finish.
So, like most Malawians who have gone there, are you also planning to settle there? But then, if you plan to to settle there, what are we going to do with your trees?
You disputed it.
What are you going to do with
I don't know, man.
Of all the
I don't think you would know what you're gonna do next. Like for me, now I'm just gonna focus on I'm doing quite a lot of sustainability projects here. We're trying to develop cheaper ways to fertilize our soils or rejuvenate soils. So we've got rabbits, we're harvesting urine, creating organic pesticides and foliar fertilizers, collecting the waste, creating, just healing the soil. That's what we are doing on the farm in Mbumba. And it's so big a project that I might just
stick around.
Yeah.
How big is your farm? Curiosity again.
Maybe a total of 25 acres.
Ain't you too young to be handling such?
Too young. I'm 40. 40 is like 4 stories, man.
It's too young for him.
No, but it's farming, bro. Yeah.
Are you still extending Gabina?
No. Like, I'm a tree enthusiast, like you said. So part of it, we're just protecting trees. We are not tilling that 25 acres and growing maize on it. No. The land that is being grown is like maybe 2.5 to 3 acres of that. The rest is just untouched forest.
Wow.
And that's how it's going to remain for the longest time.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very
So the next music festivals are going to be happening there.
Ben Mankam.
Yeah.
The blueprint.
Yeah, that's why I see him like that.
Glastonbury happens on a farm.
Yeah.
It's a farm. It's someone's farm. And now he's been borrowing neighboring farms. How do you have 100,000 tickets sold out in just one morning? And people asking for more, and by the evening you have sold 200,000. That's a brand too good to ignore, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. And you know what he does? Once a year and takes a break every 4 years. People wait hungrily.
What's the name of your farm, Baj?
I don't know I know the area is Somerset.
I mean yours.
Mine?
Yeah.
Mussa Farm.
The name?
Mussa Farm.
Mussa Farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I called it Kumitengo Farm for the
I think that I heard about good meeting.
When the page was hacked, I lost my Kumitengo Farm page as well. It was attached to the now. The hackers didn't even take it as well. So it's just there. I can't get it. Nobody can get it.
It's just floating in
Yeah.
in the
So
net.
I changed my farm name.
Yeah. I said, Ben, I think we should wrap this up. This is
Any last words to
last words is a very strong word. Closing remarks.
anything that you want to say? Okay, anything that you would like to say to your fans and also to fellow musicians, maybe the upcoming ones, the urban ones, how they can handle their music. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think the first thing to my fans, I just want to appreciate them. I sent out messages asking for people to send. I mean, Facebook is not all that we do, but when I did that, I saw love. So many people came through. Some didn't know what to do, but they would just come and say, you know what, have you tried this? Out of good, it kept me going. I didn't think I would,
Recover.
No. So that's first thing. And also just believing in me, you know. My music still did very well. I had a lot of YouTube views during this time. I think people were like, where is he? Where can we still find him? And that was amazing. Amazing to see. So I'm so grateful to my fans. So thankful for your support always, both now locally and internationally. And I want to also just thank the organizations I've worked with, World Vision, Transparency, JMI. They wrote letters to support my case with Facebook. That's not small.
They did?
Ambassador, the ambassador. People who I went to for advice advised me what to do, you know, so I'm thankful. Yeah. Makra, I complained to them and they stepped in quickly and they looked into my issue. I'm just grateful. I don't even think I can point out to one person.
Wow.
I think I don't even know where the help came from. People just showed me love. So thankful. Artists, fellow artists, young artists. I think I said it in the interview somewhere that, guys, sometimes you will never write a hit song in your whole entire career. But if you really want to be a musician, just be a musician and be happy about it. Love it, enjoy it, you know? You might never. You will enjoy it if you want to, but you might never write a hit song. Enjoy the music. One. Two, we've talked about it. Get management. If you really want to put your music as a business, not a hobby, but you want to do it as a business, have a manager. Don't go out there alone, just wandering around thinking, no. Get a manager, organize the business, and run it as a business. So that's what I can say.
Kumaso manager akakhala as well as a business ya music yo.
Yeah.
Wangatama banga business ya mitengo. I mean, yeah, sorry. But yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So you meet somebody that
Right.
knows kula banga bwanji and you go fast.
Sometimes it's a team, yeah? Some people employ a team to say,
Yeah.
so Vala was mentioned you, social
yeah.
media has mentioned you.
Yeah.
If you have got the capacity, yeah, it's necessary. Mangoja ine.
Mabanga ndeka handi banga post ndeka.
There's somewhere you reach, but then
Yeah, man. I think it's been an episode.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
We can do this all night.
Yeah.
But then
I
Literally.
gotta go.
we really have to let you go.
Thank you.
You have to let
Thank you
go.
so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
It's been a huge privilege to have you here. Like, you're always busy. You know, so yeah, we're happy you're here and to share your stories.
That's it.
and your-
Thank you for waiting for me. Hey.
Umona ngatina rai basi.
Eh?
Umememba phone umona ngati basi tino la.
Saimbas? Sudi?
Umona la basi tajoka.
No. Come honestly. Mazad Mundi Digi. Just had to wait, guys. So nobody left. I found everything.
Yeah, we're here. We're not going anywhere.
But I want to say this. Thank you so much. Because I cancelled how many times. Sorry, man. And today, and then, literally forgot. In Mamuza, we didn't know. He was like, I said, too dig. So I just said, then I'm coming straight to that.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that you also waited for me.
All right, man. Thank you. This platform is for people like you,
Thank you.
to share your story and
you.
also shape somebody's future out there.
Yeah.
It's been Podcast Malawi, Brandon Jones. Like, follow, subscribe. Uncle Ben was in the building. Faith Mussa. Thank you very much, man. See you next Tuesday.